Alright my friends, welcome back to Frogboy X-Men Gaming. I'm Andrew and today I want to talk to you guys about PSVR 2, running this thing on PC with the new PlayStation VR adapter. And yeah dude, we need to get into this for a minute. So yesterday I had a hell of a time getting this bad boy set up. It just didn't want to seem to work, but there's two things that I did, and after I did those two things, it was working just fine. I've had no problems with it at all today. I've been able to play everything I want to play. I've been able to get in there. I've got good tracking, all of that stuff. So the first thing was the Meta app. If you've been using the Quest VR 2 or anything like that, it automatically opens when you open Steam VR 2. So you'll have the Steam VR, and then the Oculus thing will open at the same time, as well as the PlayStation app. And the I don't know why that thing just started doing that. That's so annoying. Why would you do that to me in the middle of my freaking review? Why would you do that? So the MetaQuest app will open at the same time as the PlayStation app as well. That was causing massive interference. It kept making Steam VR keep crashing. When I was trying to do it, I couldn't get no reading on anything, so Steam VR just kept crashing on me. Now, might I add that I have not went out of my way to watch anybody else's videos on how to try to set anything up or do anything. This was all me just trying to fumble through it, thinking all I got to do is plug in some plugs and it should work, right? Well, yes and no. Obviously, it will do that. Make sure you get rid of the Oculus app before you even download this, or make sure it's disabled so it doesn't turn on. And then the other thing that I did was I unplugged all of my USB cables. Everything that's plugged into my PC, I replugged everything in. I've got red USB, I've got blue USB, and I've got black USB ports. So everything that, like my capture cards are all plugged into blue now. Is what I think was happening was it was a combination between the MetaQuest thing and, just having that just plugged in. With all the blue ones, I just had so many in all the blue ones. I didn't really have anything plugged into the red ones. So now my PSVR 2 is actually plugged into one of the red ones. So now this thing gets perfect signal all the time. There's no crashing. It gets 120 FPS. It's almost locked. Like, seriously, this thing is absolutely freaking incredible running this on PC. So most of the type of games that I play are sim racing games. I have a lot of them. I have Project Cars that's VR. I've got Assetto Corsa that's VR. I've got Assetto Corsa Competizione that's VR. I've got Automobilista that's VR. All of the dirt rally games, all of that stuff. Bunch of freaking racing rally games or racing VR games, and that's incredible. That's what I use it for the most. So my experience with VR has been, PSVR 2 on PlayStation 5, MetaQuest on PC, as well as the original PSVR. So I mean, I do have a little bit of experience with this. I was one of the early adopters for PSVR when it first came out on the PlayStation 4. I bought a whole bunch of games for that. I played a little bit of Gran Turismo, and over that time, guys, even on PlayStation, even on PS5 with the PSVR 2, you still get like some of that, like blurriness and all of that stuff. Well, I can comfortably say and stand by this when I say that if you've got a good PC, now I'm running this on an AMD 7900 XTX, so I can pretty much max this stuff out all the time. Like every game I have that I've been able to play on this, been able to max it out easily. And it's what that does, and actually going above that and super sampling down, utilizing virtual super resolution, which lets me to display at a much higher resolution, and then it down samples it back down to giving me a sharper, cleaner, crisper image quality while in the headset itself, and it works and it looks incredible. Since I got it to work, by doing making sure the USB plugs are all plugged in right, and making sure that the MetaQuest, I just deleted that app because I'm probably never going to use that again. So I just deleted that, and I haven't had any problems since. I haven't had any frame rate drops or anything like that. It has been a smooth sailing experience while running with an AMD card. And that's one of the things that I've heard a lot from people, is that AMD just can't do VR. And I'm sitting here and I'm scratching my head and I'm like, what are these guys talking about? I've used the AMD card with the MetaQuest 2 And now I'm using it with PSVR, and I'm not having any problems. I'm not having like any of the issues that everybody's talking about. I get good, clean image quality. I can use virtual super resolution, and I can also use like FSR or anything else that I need to use at the same time to give me really good image quality. Now, when I'm sitting there and I was playing the Settle Corsa Competizione today, and I'm just, oh my gosh, I'm blown away with that. That is an incredible experience, as is EA Sports WRC. Now, I played that, and I was playing some Dirt Rally 2.0 as well. I love the new EA Sports WRC in VR. That is incredible, my friends. I absolutely freaking love that experience. I think it looks incredible. It feels good. Oh man, and it's just like, wow, it performs so well. Now, obviously, I'm going to check out like some No Man's Sky and probably, you know, some of the other games that I got, like some Half-Life Alyx and stuff, and go through that. But I can confidently review this and be like, yeah, this is definitely worth your time and your investment. It was way better deal the other day when it was $350. That was an incredible deal for the PSVR 2 headset. After being able to utilize this for, you know, last night and all of today, I can comfortably say that this thing is probably the best headset that I've ever had. Now, when I got into EA Sports WRC, they did have a setting for foveated rendering, so that is something that's probably possible on the PC. But I kind of feel like Sony should be bringing more of these features from the PlayStation 5 over to the headset on PC, or maybe Steam will be able to integrate them a little bit better, or at least give us our HDR and stuff like that. When it comes to the HDR performance on here, you don't get no HDR, but seeing as I've got one of them amazing AMD cards, I can set my colors up and I can have my colors, and it just looks freaking incredible. It looks incredible, man. That's like one of the things that like I've really loved about AMD is even if I'm on SDR, I can crank up my color saturation and stuff, and it gives it a more bold, beautiful look. I can play with my contrast. I can bring up my contrast and stuff, and it just looks incredible. The way that you can adjust your colors with AMD is incredible. So HDR, not necessarily a huge deal, but it would be awesome to have that. But either way, you're still playing on an OLED, so you still get them inky blacks and that better, you know, you still get a much better, gosh dang it, color gamut across the board, because you are on an OLED, so you are still getting much better overall image quality and overall colors as opposed to something like an LED screen that's going to give you the screen door effect. It's going to look washed out. None of the games that I've played on this look washed out, period. They don't look washed out at all. They look crisp, they look clean, they look colorful, and that's what I'm talking about. That's why I really prefer the OLED. Plus, you get the really low latency visual display when you're utilizing OLED. So like you're getting an incredible experience with the PlayStation VR. Not only that, the headset is very comfortable. A lot of the weight kind of rests like right here on the head, so you're not feeling any weight from the actual visor or from the viewport at all. Like you're getting like all of that weight is so well distributed across your head that it really is comfortable, and you can sit in this thing for a lot longer than you normally would be able to with like the Quest. When I have that thing on, that sucks, man. It's like it always feels like it's pulling on my face, and I just don't like that. With this, you put all the weight on your head and then you slide, and it just slides right up to your eyes, and it looks incredible. Yes, obviously there's a little bit of light that gets through, kind of peaks, but you can kind of push it far enough on to where it masks that off. I absolutely recommend wearing a hat, because if you're not, your face is going to get super sweaty, start dripping, it gets on the screens and stuff, and that kind of sucks, and you're wiping it all the time. But overall, the experience with PSVR 2 is absolutely incredible. Plus, you get the headphones that come with it. You can pop those in, so you're getting your sound, everything like that. I was able to record plenty of video today. I've got some video with EA Sports. I got some video. I got a lot of video with like these racing games, and it just looks incredible. Some racing with Automobilista 2. It just looks so incredible, and the fact that I can still record my image or still record my footage, still use the camera to record myself playing, this is one hell of a freaking cool experience. If you are a sim racer, I highly recommend VR. For me, it didn't take super long to get used to with racing, but I get sick when I play shooters. I get sick real fast. I just moving around and spinning around and stuff, that makes me sick a lot. But just motion, forward motion, as long as you got a fan blowing on you, absolutely incredible, my friends. I love this PSVR 2. It's literally sat on my shelf. I'm not even joking. I bought it on the PlayStation, and the lack of racing games for the PlayStation 5 really had me setting this on a shelf, because playing Gran Turismo 7 when I've got superior racing games, I love Gran Turismo, don't get me wrong, man. Like, I grew up on Gran Turismo. Gran Turismo was like my first experience with a sim racing game. So I will always love Gran Turismo, and I will always pay it respect. But right now, I mean, I'm gonna have here in just a couple of days, I'm gonna have a couple of Thrustmaster wheels. Going back to the belt-driven wheel. Thrustmaster agreed to send these out to me so that I can review them for him. So we're going back to that. We're going to check that out, because I remember my very first racing game on a sim setup was Gran Turismo Sport. That was the first one I bought one. That was the first one I played. I want to see if it still feels that good, because that felt great. And if these new Thrustmaster wheels can bring back that enjoyment for Gran Turismo, then I am all for it. But on a direct drive wheel, I just do not like the way that it feels. I don't like the way that it feels. So other than that, man, I really wish that these were still $350, because I could easily recommend that all day long at $350. I could still easily recommend this at $500, but you got to be committed. If you're going to pay that much, you had better be committed to playing that. And I guarantee that this is a very good headset. The OLED alone in Assetto Corsa Competizione, 100% worth it for me. But I've got so many other games, even EA Sport, WRC. Oh, man. Yes, I'm so thankful that Sony brought this to PC so that I can actually utilize VR with my games. Because I'll tell you what, the wider field of view on the PSVR 2, absolutely incredible. Now, I would try MetaQuest 3, but that's something that Mark Zuckerberg's going to have to send me, because I'm not going to go buy one. I've already got this, and I love the OLED screen, so if MetaQuest wanted to send me one out, I would definitely review it and check it out. But as it sits, this is my new king of headsets. Ooh, look at that pretty baby. King of my headset. Oh, I love it. Thank you, Sony. Thank you. Thank you so much for doing this. So, all right, my friends, if you guys like this content, do not forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.